Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope all's going well in your world. It's just a nice quiet afternoon here in Costa Rica. I'm dressing a little differently these days. If you've noticed, I got my gear on. I'm a big time NBA fan, or I'm more a Miami Heat fan. That's probably the only sports team on the planet that I'm truly loyal to. Not even my university, but anyhow, that's why I was just going to mention I've done 2 videos with gear on today, my hat and my shirt. Anyhow, so what do you think? Who am I going to talk about as the #1 raw vegan expert? Your #1 raw vegan expert? No, God no, it's not me. I wouldn't be that silly in any universe. The #1 raw vegan, your #1 raw vegan expert is you. Let me tell you that again. Your #1 raw vegan expert is you from the very beginning. Now, you may not have all the data to make the best decisions in the beginning, so the process is something like this. You have to be discerning in going through information and weeding out what is what. And to be honest with you, you might be saying, well, how do I do that? I'm new to this lifestyle. Well, a lot of it's going to be common sense. When you watch videos and you listen to people's tones in their videos, their demeanor, their style of sharing the information. When you're reading stuff online, check your sources. Where are they coming from? Are they credible sources? Do they make these big dramatic claims? In other words, you're smart. Even coming into this lifestyle, you know more than you think you know. At least you know how to start putting together the resources you're going to learn to use this lifestyle. And #1 thing I got to tell you, when you come to this lifestyle, don't just like throw your hands up in the air and say, okay, I'm here, somebody do something with me. Take responsibility for your health. Take responsibility for doing this lifestyle. Don't just be sitting there waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. Actively seek out information. Actively seek out people that are trying to do what you're doing, people that have been successful doing what you're doing. But take responsibility. And you have to do your own research. You know, it annoys me sometimes, especially I hear all this stuff, and I don't get into the controversial, but it's like, oh, you're not supposed to say this about health. You're not supposed to say this about this subject. I don't believe in censorship. I think I should be able to sit on here and say, yeah, I can sell magic beans if I want to, because if you're not smart enough to not buy magic beans, oh well, you'll learn the hard way. But yeah, do your own research. Pour through this research. Does it make sense to you? Common sense. Common sense. You may not know all the science. I didn't. I still don't. But when I read the China study, just a few months into this lifestyle, I didn't have to know that much about it. It just clicked. I knew. It made sense. And as I read more of this stuff, even from the beginning, there's stuff that's always made sense, and there's stuff that I've always just been kind of, and the big bold claims is the stuff that I've just always gravitated away from. I mean, we do get amazing results on the plant-based lifestyle, and it can do some miraculous things in our lives, but most people aren't going to experience some kind of wacky, crazy, powerful miracle. And I would highly encourage you to get varying opposite opinions on all the various subjects that you're going to be researching, looking into, studying on this. I don't take anything from any one source. I don't find any source holy. I don't put anybody up on a pedestal. I take a little bit from here and there, and I like to hear all sides. I can't get over the amount of people that as soon as something that comes up that goes against their current belief system or the way they think about things, they get angry, they get defensive, they get negative. I don't care about anything. It's all information just flowing in and out. If I think it's nonsense, it just goes away. I don't have any sort of an emotional reaction because some person put out some sort of information or content that's not of interest to me or I just don't agree with. Just don't have time for that. If you're going to sit and debate, that's another thing too. As you're going through and doing your own research, take what you need, figure it out, move on. Don't sit around like so many people get mired down doing. I've been to so many groups. That's why I'm always kind of bagging on the groups a little bit, where it's just like all day, every day, back and forth, arguing about your opinion on this versus my opinion on this, it never really gets anywhere. Don't waste your research time doing that, because most people don't have a ton of research time. So you know, make it count when you are doing this and get a lot of different views on the subject. If you're raw vegan, I would highly encourage you, don't only watch raw vegans, don't only look for raw vegan resources. As I've mentioned many times, a lot of my understanding of the science and the nuts and bolts of this lifestyle doesn't come from the raw vegans. It comes from the China study, Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. Greger, Brenda Davis. So, you know, just don't have your mind closed. I've talked about that a lot of times. Have an open mind and listen to any source. You can dismiss it as silly later on, but don't be foolish. Listen to it. And let me see if I've covered everything. Oh, and also too, when you're in the YouTube world, and I'm not, you know, hey, I goof around on YouTube a lot. I fool around a lot. It's not all about serious and research. I spend a lot of time on YouTube just watching silly stuff and whatever. But when you're watching things about health, when you're watching things about a high-carb vegan lifestyle or a raw lifestyle, know the difference between what you're watching for knowledge and what you're watching for entertainment. There's a lot of these channels out there now that I would kind of call a style channel. They're kind of glossy, they're cool. I watch them. They've got tons and tons of followers. They get tons and tons of views. But it's kind of, it's a style thing. There's no really nuts and bolts there. There's no real hardcore information. It's not moving you forward as far as your knowledge on this lifestyle. Not saying not to watch it. I don't even tell people all my little guilty pleasures on YouTube. Just know the difference. Know the difference. That person that you really resonate with their personality, maybe make the funny YouTube videos or whatever, just make sure that, you know, don't go to just the entertainment part. You know, understand what they're talking about and understand you're in agreement with what they're talking about on this lifestyle. But in the end, don't give your power away. Didn't I do a video titled that sometime back? Don't give your power away. You've got the power. Figure this stuff out on your own. You know, don't always be looking for, I've been guilty of that for a lot of periods in my life. I always just kind of want the easy, like wanting somebody else, just tell me how to do it. Tell me exactly how to do it, step by step by step. Well, it isn't quite like that on this lifestyle, because we all kind of have to figure it out on our own. Even with the general information, and I told you, as humans, you know, most things work for most of us, but there's exceptions and there's circumstances out there. So do your own research. Please do your own research. Don't put your health in other people's hands. Don't just go from putting your health into the men with the white coats on to putting it into people that are in the raw vegan or high carb vegan world or whatever you're doing. You take care of you. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll hit that subscribe button below, please. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Peace.